Be okay with way too many things I shouldn't have been. Oh, you don't work as an adult? That's fine. I pay for everything. That's fine. You have a secret coke/meth/alcohol addiction? It could be worse. You're literally in court right now for physically assaulting your ex. Well, I'm a cool girl. I'm sure she wasn't. Let's just say it was embarrassing and bad in every way. My ex's apartment was downright filthy, and he was broke and a gambler, and I kept telling myself it was fine. He made his ex-baby mama seem insane, but I should have seen all the signs. Now I only wish I wasn't so naive. Let him and his friends go out to the club, because I was underage, while I stayed alone at his place aka his dad's place he was staying at. His dad drunkenly told me that he was still on drugs and I should just leave him, but I still didn't listen for another 6 months. At least his dad seemed like a decent person, lol. He told me his best friend, a girl, was sexy to my face, and I said nothing. That doesn't sound as awful in itself, but paired with a clear emotional cheating I tried my hardest to make myself believe wasn't true. The fact he confided in her over 30-minute calls before bed almost every night, when I'd be begging him for something longer than a 15-word text message about his day. All it did was confirm that he was only with me because she didn't want him like that. So really I put up with a lot more than that. Edit, more detail. Ugh. Sorry that happened to you. With my ex I felt I had to be on board with everything, that any boundary I put up would make me a wet blanket, and I got the guilt trip treatment for it. Put up with a lot of uncomfortable situations. My feelings were never validated. I couldn't share my mental health struggles without fear of being treated badly or just outright ignored. My current BF is the exact opposite and I have to admit it's been a bit jarring to get used to someone who genuinely cares and wants me to be happy. I don't have to radically change any part of my character to please him. He loves me just as I am, and it means the world. I hope to make my girl feel like this in the near future. The second paragraph of course lol. Thank you for sharing. Agreed to having no labels. Very dumb and does not serve what I want or need from a relationship. Literally doing this RN. Pretending like I didn't have any fucking needs like some type of pleb. Mayo relatable and true. Pretended to like anal. I do not. That was with an ex though. My current partner knows what I like and don't like and loves me for me. This is such a big one that I hate because a lot of men genuinely make you feel bad for not liking it. Like okay well let me peg you then. At least they have a prostate to make it feel better. Being cool with his bro group chat where they just sent each other pics of naked women/models. Not giving him hell for saying s*** like all guys imagine having sex with their GF's friends. Yee, that's an immediate red flag and never talk to again situation. Let comments slide that I'd expect out of high school boys, not grown-up men. Bigotry, racist, perverse, sexist. Yes, him and his family. I just didn't say anything, even though my brother is gay and it hurt every time. And he never stood up or said anything. Got my tongue pierced within days. He randomly told me you'd look sexy with a tongue ring. Was not at all thinking about getting tongue pierced. LMAO UFKN cringe. But plot twist 11 years later, and I love the piercing. I pierced my lip to impress my older girlfriend and she broke up with me less than a month later. But it's been 12 years, and I still love it. It just feels like me. Pretended I was okay dating without any possibility of future commitment. The older I get, the less willing to waste time/energy on non-commitment I am. Relocated never again. I moved 4,500 miles for an abusive ex-fiancé. It was so stupid. I'll let him have dating apps just for chatting and to make friends. It kept me up at night, but I didn't want to come across as controlling and demanding. I did this in high school. When I found Grindr on my now ex's phone, I even pretended to be fine with him exploring his sexuality when he asked me if he could hook up with guys. While we were in a monogamous relationship, dude had no game. The BC it never happened. IDK if that makes it worse or better. Mfeo. Gave in and tried playing World of Warcraft. Jokes on him lol. I've now been playing since 2006, and he stopped like 10 years ago. He needs to pony up and be the cool guy. UHH, Mom, is that you? When I was 16 my mom gave in and finally started playing WoW after months of my dad playing for hours a day. She proceeded to meet another man through the game and my parents divorced. I let him jerk off on me later that night after leaving me at an abortion clinic. Oh hun, my heart goes out to you. Allowing his career, which really just meant doing the part he liked with no pay and all his time, and being surprised when that alone didn't lead to success, to be the highest priority. I was working 2 jobs to keep us housed and pay for a bulk of the household expenses, besides his half of rent, walking to my foot job in 20-degree weather so he could use my car, and spend *ALL the time he wasn't working his minimum wage job. He worked 9-12 hours maximum/week on his passions, but I was being supportive. Oh, been there done that. And at one point, the same guy was the one with the income, because I had a baby, and was on maternity leave, which is up to 3 years in my country. You should have seen how fast people can forget about all the support you gave them for years, but give you **** in an instant, if they are not dependent on you anymore. Pretended I was okay with him flaking on things we had planned. This was nearly all the time. I let him destroy my nervous system in order to keep his ego intact. I feel this. Changed my last name. Never again. There's a reason that he is now my ex. Honestly, the older I get the less it makes sense to change my name at marriage. I mean, it's my name. There's no guarantee this marriage is forever, and we all know the divorce stats, even on first-time marriages. My mother divorced my father 20 years ago and no longer speaks to him, but everyone knows her by his name. It's kind of crazy. You do you, but yeah. Or threesome. My ex pressured me into one and the whole time I acted cool about it because I thought I was the cool girl that was down for whatever. I full regret it, and it was a horrible experience. I learned that sexual boundaries are so important. Why was it so awful, if I may ask? Not the current partner, but a past one. Camping. I gave up camping for my last partner who hated it. Dating someone now who likes camping too. I'm so glad I get to go again. Letting them get away degrading or embarrassing you in front of their friends, and not questioning some suspect friendships with other girls. Love the question. Pretended I listened to a genre of music he likes. Classic. Classic music? Or what type? My friends had a fancy dress party and my best friend dressed as Lara Croft. My ex told her that was his biggest sexual fantasy, and we just let it slide. Oof, that's rough. In retrospect, how would you have handled that situation? I refuse to discuss this. It makes me cringe so violently. My neck wants to do a turtle thing and I could break it. I did things. You just wanted love, but didn't know you had to give it to yourself. Don't blame yourself and the scared child in you. Let him think he made me come.